The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You talk about this Falcon defense. Now, they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a deep one for Johnston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7.
2nd down at the 35-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19.
On play action, here's Shadur. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Now Sanders. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, standing just about on his own goal line. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Achane. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 18. It's a gain of 34.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A run straight ahead with Achane. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
18 Cardinal.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Short throw caught by Pitts. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Falcons at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Mustang 19.
They go play action now. Sanders. Oh, and that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cougar 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To throw is Sanders. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, standing just outside his own goal line. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua gonna throw. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Down by Martin Emerson. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Achane on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Sanders' kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hold it ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's got this down to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to about the 32.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a screen for Robinson. Down inside the 10. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Up the middle, Achan. And fights through one man. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achan. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Finds Johnston. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give this to Achane. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. No, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Gordon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Come on. Set. 70, Cougar 19.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
19, 18. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer.
Play action. It's Sanders. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
19, Lions. Rig.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Davis now to return it. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. James Pierce able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose,
Do what you do best. Go get the quarterback.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
This is caught. Touchdown! Drake London, a 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
L.H.N. on 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Oh, There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Second and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And this one's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Robinson up the middle. And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. Here's Sanders. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Sanders. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
70 Lions. 19 Lions.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, Sanders. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings it back to right around a 26-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
To throw is Sanders. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
35-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Youngwei Koo on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still just down one score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
A give, running right, Achane. Ooh, with a juke. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Sanders to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd down.
Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
70 Rangers. Here we go. Set. Bronco 80.
Sanders. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Mustang 19.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Pass complete to Robinson. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
inside the 40. We're at the 38. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Seven Pirates. 60 Bobcat.
He's back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Cougar Knights Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they are using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here now, 3rd down. Handoff now to Robinson. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Falcons, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with